Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host Mary Ellen. This is an episode of Pick 5 magazine collage, which is introduced to me by Nicole at Relax Cut Glue. And while we are up, let's just fix that card, because every time I look at it, I think we should fix it. So let's fix it. So you can actually read what that says. I was probably very excited when I first started that. So let's do this. Pick. So far so good. Magazine. Collage. Let's do this. At. Relax. Cut. Glue. Slightly better. Okay, let's get after it. Let us. So we've got this, which I need for the picking of numbers. We have the bookie book, and so this was the last. Why is that no white splodge there? Okay, this is what we did last time. Let's move on to a new page. We're still working on this magazine. And step 1, we pick 5 pages, or 5 random numbers. Yep. Come on. Random number generator. There we are. And the one that I use is something called Calculator Soup. Looks like this. It is set, it hasn't moved from this magazine. So we've got min 1, max, total number of pages, 94. I want to generate 5 numbers, no repeats. And I should do 2 sets because, why? Because just I figured that was a good idea the last time we did it. Where'd the numbers go? Okay, so we have 9, 66, 70, 76, 118, and then do it again. Okay, and then we have 9, 52, 95, 132, and 184. Okay, so that is done. All right, so let's pick our pages. Get this out of the way. So page 9. So 8. This must be 9. Okay. Like this yellow. 9. 66. 53. 56. Oh. 66 is that. So that's actually 66. Okay. 70. So 74. So this is something. So let's use the next one. You can use either one of those. 76, 74, 75. This is 70. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. $76. And then 118. Ooh, 117. Might be something good. Ooh, all right. Okay. Ooh. Well, that wasn't ideal. Here. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that pink. this. We don't need that. I have a nice big old bucket of water. Oh, I was out snowshoeing today. And that gave me a big, what do we want to call it? A big case of the hungries and a big case of the thirsties. So, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I love this tile. I love that foam. Wow, that's some of our black, our border stuff that we can do in the behind the scenes. I like this yellow, goes really nicely with that. Her face is interesting. Like selfie. Maybe that's what we could do. Okay, so I think the first thing I want to do is cut out that foam. Oops. Somebody is full of, oh dear, beans. I might have to put this on pause because somebody needs some food, I think. Hang on, because she's going to wreck the place. Hang on. Okay, we are back. So I'm going to keep some of these for the mow. Keeping that border, I think, is a good idea. So it's to look at this shape, the dimensions, and these two little doodly-doos are the phone, and also this shape. You know that little hole punch we have that's the side, the European hole punch? That's what that is. We can recreate that without much of an effort. But we do need to just sort of get this started. Oops. See if that's enough. Yep. Oops. Oops. Ah, blah, 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 blah. There. A couple of bits around the edge. We're not going to worry about that for the mow. Selfie. Okay, so we've got that. I wonder if this is the background. This is the start. So we've got something like that. So I do love that tile work. Could like plunk her there. And then these become like she's on vacation somehow in some, this all suggests vacation to me. So that's sort of like a pool area, selfies, and then that's sort of where we might be going. So what do I want to do? Who are you in it? Not that one. This one. I've been looking for a stamp that stamps the stamp edge. And it's trickier than you might think. Mostly because I'm fussy. And I have specifications that I want to uphold. And one of those specifications is I want it fairly large. I don't want those little tiny ones. And also, I made an error in one of my purchases, and it doesn't give you, what they sent me was an okay size, but it doesn't allow you to position. You know how in a stamp you can sort of do this and okay, oh, I want that, and then you crunch and then that's what you get. It doesn't allow you to do that, which is stupid. So I'm back with the, ooh. That's what I should do. And then that's the white. Okay, we got a plan. I didn't need that. I need straight lines. Straight lines glued on, and then we'll get some more straight lines. And then we'll cut out. Okay, there's one. I'm trying to get rid of any of the words. I'm going to take that white strip off. There. Okay. So here's my thought. Current working thought is taking this, plunking on here, and then doing that as a cutout to create some stamps. And I do not want all that white, so I'm going to get rid of that. Maybe just have a wee glass of wine. There. We'll trim this again. Oops, careful. There's one. There's two. Three. I really like this wall bit. It's interesting. There, and I need to do this edge again, I think. Yeah, I do. All right, well, we'll just take it off there then. There. Okay. And, okay, so this one is nice. How do I get rid? I'm gonna probably edit out the dude. Nothing personal. For the millionth time, I absolutely adore this method of doing a collage. It is so fun, and it is so much less stressful to me because I only have 5 pages to worry about, as opposed to you have infinity and beyond images available to you. That's way too overwhelming. Okay, so I want to do that. There. And I know I could, but I'm not gonna. I am doing the exact reverse of what the person did to build this page to start with. They started with a bunch of little photographs and put together in a pleasing way, and I took their pleasing way and I am undoing them all. Like all of these, this is like bright green. Those are all of the tone that might go with that blue. I just like this image. This has got a mural of grapes on it. Oh, that looks fun. I got chewed. Well, we'll fix it in post. Yeah, anyway, so I'm still on the look for a proper stamp, but like I say, I'm just way too fussy about what I want the stamp to do and how it needs to be. Okay, let's just go nice and slow. There, that's better. Is it straight? Straightish. There. Can edit out, dude, bro. Then one more. Oh, it's a shame that they cut that corner off. That's quite white. And it doesn't have a sensibility to it, so I'm going to do that. Okay. So we're back. I think I need to solve this problem. I know it's going to be your face in some way or another. So I could probably cut it around there. the less paper, the less I have to wrangle. There. You might be able to use that yellow as a block of color. And I'm going to get rid of that. I think so. Bye. Bye. And I need that for that little square thing. Moving this around specifically so that I can put that back in and give it back the sense of it being foam. Possibly the way that's going to go. And then we've got a bunch of these that we can glue down at some point, but not quite yet. Move that carefully over here. Come on. Okay. Now then, how do I want to do this? So I need to get rid of one, go to there, and it's probably to that line-ish. I'll do it this way. I don't want to have that white line. I want to have that, if I can. There. Then we have a little bit left, which we can use if we need it. I think I've told you before, there is a very famous, I think it's Canadian Tire commercial. Canadian Tire is a general outdoor and house goods store, kind of like a Home Depot, only better. And there's a bunch of guys get a shed kit to put together. And it's the weekend and it's, you know, beautiful start of summer kind of day. And they spend all day, is it that or Molson's? It's one or the other, it doesn't matter. Molson's is a beer. And anyway, you see them various stages, and then they finally get the shed together. And then they're all very satisfied. And then one guy goes, well, what are these? And then he said, these are screws. Are these supposed to go somewhere? And one guy looks at the screws and goes, oh, they're spares. You got to have spares. They always have spares. And then they all just sort of mumble off into the sunset going, yeah, you always got to have spares. Got to have spares. There's spares. That makes me laugh even now. And so I think of this as, got to have spares. Okay, that would be perfect. So the question is, do I want to do that and sort of have, oh, it would have to be this way, I think. I'm going to have spares. And then we get the whole page. Then I'm just going to use this as a possibility. Could do that. And then plunk, 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 plunk. In a strategic kind of way. So that these ads disappear, but this, like, that picture would be kind of like that. And if they're stamps, oh yeah, yeah. I like that. Okay. I think we graduated to that. Remind me where I put these, because I'm going to forget. So step one, this is going to go to the top. That's essentially what that decision was all about. Okay, I'm going to do this. Is this the new one? Yes. Yes, it is. Step one. I wonder if we can do that now. Where'd it go? Here. Just straight to the bottom. More or less. Oops. There's that. Shirt. And this. There. Okay, good enough. And I need to cut that. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we are. Okay. There, and now we're going to do this part. This paper loves this glue. It's got just a little bit of tooth in it. There. Good enough. But it's fine. There. Okay. Some more water. Where'd you go? Here'd you go. Here'd you go. So, let's think about you for a minute. Put you aside. Sure. I have no other where's that? It's gonna go about there. I wish I could do that. Well, I can do that. That's the thing. It'll be fine. This is going to be tricky. not entirely sure how this is going to work. Oops. Careful. All right. Oh, it's so fragile. This is going to kind of go down wherever it goes down, I think. There. There. Look at that! Yay! Woohoo! Okay, we missed that. That's it. Fix it in post. What are we doing over there? Oh, she's such a crazy thing. Okay, now then. I'm gonna trim it, but I'm not gonna cut it all the way out yet, because I have a scared. I think I can do that. That makes some visual sense to me because there is that border on a phone where, well, not so much in the newer phones, maybe in an older phone. I think that's the way I'm going to glue that. That makes sense to me. Right. It's going to be straight enough. Straight enough for my uses. And that's a bit of a pro. Okay, stop there. Take those out. Do that. Maybe why it was easy to glue down, because I wasn't gluing anything. Maybe it was just the other side. Here we are. That's good. And there's that little spot that's right there. Where's the This is code for spatula. I had that out for a while. Here it is. Need just a little bit. There. Okay. Good enough. Switch you back to here. See what you look like. I know I said I was going to do that. Put you off to the aside for a bit. In. So I wanted this one, those, and that for sure. And maybe the glasses. So I need a decent border to be able to make these kind of stamp looking. That's where they'll go. There. Oh, it's going to be what it is. There. New sheet paper. I am so precious about having those blank bits. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Okay, let's go there. It doesn't need to be straight because you won't notice cutting it out. There. It's going to be like that. Okay. And last one. Sort of like that. Okay. I feel like this needs to dry underneath here for a minute. There. Okay, so we can come back to you. I don't know what I want to do. I think I want a little, it really depends on what the other ones look like. So I do need, do I have to wait? Well, that's annoying. I can do something like that. And then I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's about the 17th time I've placed it like that. It's a little better. Okay, now where's. Okay, put some of this away because I can't find anything. I cannot see it for looking at it. Here we are. There. Oh, I need to do a test. Ooh, wow, look at that. Squirrel, focus, line. I want to see, what do I want to see? I want to see how these scissors cut on a line. So if I do that, if I cut on the line, that side is going to be perfect. Which means that if I do a line, I'm going to have to go this way. That means it needs to be a little bit bigger. So I need my other ruler. Oh dear. I just checked how long we've been doing this. We've been doing this for about 45 minutes. Remember way back in the before times when this only took me like a half hour? Oh! Let's do a 1/4 inch. This will be our little testy test. 1/4 inch. Quarter inch. Oops, come on. And a 1/4 inch. Okay. Now then, I'm going to take this out. Just so that I don't have to fight with the whole sheet of paper. And what did I say? I said, so I've got to do it on that side. So that would be a stamp. Does it need to be 1/8 of an inch? Okay, let's do another one. This one will be 1/8 of an inch. Ooh. Okay. It'll be fine. It's just paper. Thump was brought to you by the executive producer of the show, Gracie. Oops, oops, oops. That looks, it looks better, and stamps vary. So I'm gonna not cut anything more for the minute. And I can always cut that one down if I need to. So let's carry on with the 1/8 of an inch thingies. Oops. Oh, my stars, Boo. I have no idea what she's on about. The mailman hasn't come yet. I know it, Boo. That's annoying, isn't it? There's another stamp. Okay, now I'm going to be very risky and boldy. And I'm going to measure all of these all at once. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's fun. There. I'm starting to feel confident in what I'm doing. Bold strokes. Okay, that works. I believe. Ah, I forgot one. Very one I want to start with. There. Okay. Okay. Not sure I need that at the moment. I'm not entirely sure how well I'm going to do with this this very skinny bit. So skinny. Oh yeah, not bad. Collage experts in the crowd are going to have to tell me whether or not it's legit to be able to do this kind of non-standard trimming cutting and still be considered collage. I think it is. I'm going to go with yes. But one never knows. There. Tuck these under here and get them in a bit more of a state of flat. Ooh, that was not ideal. There. Oops. One more. Another option, as I'm thinking about this, is to be able to use that as the Polaroid size outline. So to make these Polaroids. It would be easier to do them with bigger pictures that fit into the Polaroid size, of course. I'm using stamps because everybody was a different size, and I think stamps are allowed a little bit more size variation. Okay, so we've got our stamps. There, clean this off. Sort of. Okay. Back to here. And I think I did kind of, ooh, this white is superb. Come on. Where'd the other one go? I have 6, 5. I don't know. Hello? Oh. 2 left. There we are. Let's go this way. She sort of becomes the focal point. So we're gonna do that, maybe. That. I wanna do you first in some kind of way. So if I pop that up like that, that kind of disappears. And then that. Yep. Okay. So where do we want to put that? Put it about there. It's going to do my corner marking. Let's see if I remember. Oh my goodness, we're nearly at an hour. Pink. There. So it does have to be as high as that. I could be a little bit higher, because that's going to be a little bit lower. Yep, okay. And I'm not going to worry about that edge, but I am going to worry about this one, because this one, it needs to be just a little bit more neat, I think. Yep, and then I just want that just a skosh nicer. Yep, that'll work. You're next. I haven't been doing these for very long. And one of the thoughts that I had recently was, I wonder at what point I get to try a different magazine. Okay, easy, easy. There we are. We're all right. It's a little bit on the aggressive side. Okay. I wanted to do that. I wanted to do that. I wonder if I do it that way. Oh. Okay, we're gonna keep working on the bottom ones. Goes this way. There. Not going to worry about that. Can do that. Can do that. Or we can do it straight up and down. Two of them going that same way, parallel. Does that look stupid? That might be a bit better that way. Okay. I'm gonna forget how to do that, but that's okay. Which way did I was going to do this? I'm going to do this way. There. So I kind of want to do this. So, oh, that would attach. And I think that would be all right. Just did something like that. Bring it out. And something like blurb and blurb. Yes, okay. Okay, we're gonna do it. Oops. Sure. I could do that and just like hit the phone. Would you fit? Yes, you would. Yes, you would. Okay. We're nearly there. Oops. Which way was going to do this, I think? That. There, and then this plonkety plonk. Just like that. Yes! Please. Oh, this kind of collage just scratches an itch that makes my brain so happy. So you can do up to there, up to there. Just need to skosh over there. How do we do that? Yep, that'll work. That'll do it. There, done. Oh, I like the way that one turned out. So let's do the numbers. Page numbers. 9, 66-ish, 70-ish, 76, and 118. I'm very satisfied with how that turned out. Yeah. So I strongly encourage, highly encourage, this is Pick 5, which is a magazine collage by Relax Cut Glue. Go check her out for more collage. In any event, that is all for now. Please take very good care of yourself, stay out of trouble, always love you lots, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.